sick and tired, living in a town filled with narrow minds and hate. They used to laugh at me, their children called me names. I would run and hide, feeling so ashamed just for...
Hello, I'm Claudrine Jackson, and thank you so much for tuning in to A Spoonful of Comfort. I'm of the theory that we need to add more comfort to the world, and I'm trying to do my little part. I want to start with a question that I have for you in the way of a poem that I wrote. It's called Positive Energy. How would it be if we could see positive energy? The energy that is the key to set us free and keep us young and well and strong and help us bloom our whole life long. Would it be bright like a light to help us make it through the night? Would it warm our soul? Would it sparkle and shine like silver and gold? How would it be if we could see positive energy? Would it calm our fears and soothe our tears and lift us up above the fray, give us the strength to find our way? I know you may be tired of me speaking of this energy, but wouldn't it be nice to see if we could know positive energy when we saw it? Because there are some people that pretend to have positive energy, but they really don't. And we try to surround ourselves with the people that have positive energy. I want to say thank you on behalf of the Purvis Jackson Foundation to the J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. Their employees, they have a group of employees, the good workers that made a generous donation to the Purvis Foundation. This was not, it was unsolicited, it was unexpected, and it was greatly appreciated. Because of the employees making this donation, we've been able to help some children for Christmas. The Detroit Institute for Children has been in existence for almost 100 years. They've been helping children with handicaps long before my son came along. So we were able to provide funds to the Detroit Institute for Children to help some parents with holiday resources. So I'm very grateful to J.P. Morgan Chase, to the employees that made the donation. Thank you so much. It was a complete surprise. And not only did they make a donation, they tried to make it 6 months ago, and they weren't able to get through to me, or the check never got cashed, so they still were determined to donate to the Purvis Foundation. That's such a blessing to us, and we thank you so much. The Purvis Foundation pays for therapies and medication and camp, which the Detroit Institute for Children has been in existence long before the Purvis Foundation. So we greatly appreciate their making a donation. If you want to make a donation, you can send it to Post Office Box 04422, Detroit, Michigan 48204. I was out of town for a couple of weeks. I went on a trip. I went to Key West, Florida, which is the southernmost point in our country. Had never been to the southernmost point. So I went to Highway 1, Mile 0, which is the start of the highway from the bottom of our country. And that highway goes all the way to the tip of Maine, some 2,200 miles. I also went to the Mayan ruins. I said, well, there I was, a ruin among the ruins, but it was a wonderful trip. I saw a sign in Mexico that said, "Make Mexico great again. Build a wall and make the Bahamas pay for it." I thought that was quite humorous. We're going to take a short break, and I'll be back in a minute with my special guest, whom you've met before.
him everything I had ever known.
I was sick and tired, living in a town filled with narrow minds and hate.
They used to laugh at me, their children called me names. I would run and hide, feeling so ashamed.
Just for being born, I was just a boy, punished for a crime that was not mine. Life ain't so easy when you're a ghetto child. Oh, baby,
Welcome back to A Spoonful of Comfort. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find me at 1:30 on Tuesdays on the wonderful WHPR TV 33 in Highland Park. I know it's 91 on Comcast, but I want to reintroduce my guest to you today, who is my daughter Stephanie, and Stephanie is going to bless us with a holiday song.
Yes. Hi, Mother. Yeah, an ode to the holidays. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Jingle bells, da 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 da.
Thank you, Stephanie. That was beautiful. She's putting us a little in the holiday spirit. I've tried to look a little festive for the holidays. Christmas is next week, and I don't do all the Christmas things I used to do. With 4 children and 9 grandchildren, I used to knock myself out Christmas shopping. But as they grew older, I let them do their own shopping. And then when they grew even older, they were off the list. So all of you harried parents that are out there trying to make Christmas happy for your child, God bless you. I remember when I was in the fray. Stephanie and I are going to do something that it was her idea because I am not the singer in the family and I do not sing. But this is a spinner song and it has a good message. We're only going to do a little part of it and you've heard it before. It's one of the spinners' biggest hits and it's called I'll Be Around. So Stephanie's going to do the singing part and I'm just going to be the amen corner.
Mother Claudrine wanted you to know this. Whenever you call her,
I'll be there.
whenever you want her,
I'll be there.
whenever you need me,
I'll be there.
she'll
I'll
be around. Just call her on the phone.
I'll be there.
She'll never leave you alone.
I'll be there.
Just call out her name. You know, you know, you know.
I'll be around. That's a nice message for you to have for someone, for them to know that you have their back. During the time that Purvis and I were separated, he was around. He did a lot of things for me, and he was always there. He lived up to that. Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. And that's a nice message for everyone. I try to be around and be supportive and be encouraging to people because I think we need more people in the world who are encouraging and supporting and try to help each other. I don't know if you've heard the crabs in the barrel story, but if there is a barrel full of crabs, when a crab starts trying to crawl out of the barrel, the other crabs pull him back. So it's very hard for a crab to climb out of a barrel with people pulling him back. Same thing with crabs pulling him back. Sorry about that. Same thing with people. We should try to uplift each other instead of pulling each other back. Stephanie is going to do another song for you, but she's going to tell you a little bit about her background and her musical history.
Well, it's been quite an experience having an autistic in our lives. And the thing is, DNA, there are so many differences in people. I love music is a connector. Music means the world to me. It means the world to all of us. And PJ and I shared in music. And I wanted to touch on, I was pretty near mute all of my childhood. And I still am vocally challenged. And I saw a program recently where they were addressing the problem where some starts in childhood, the mutism. And so music is the way I communicate. I then had a surgery, Mother mentioned before, and so in my 30s, I finally decided to pursue music, which I never was going to pursue it. The spinners and all acts have such a difficult road. I was a 9-to-5er. I worked, but I already did one of my original songs. I have another original song, and I want people to think about life and about themselves. And I'm a kind of loner. I'm not a joiner, but this song is Misery Loves Company, but I ain't going there. Misery loves company, but I ain't going there. People want to tell you what you've got to do, but I'm here to tell you what they say ain't true. It's a setup just to get you in the game. And once they've got you, they don't even know your name. I've thought about it for so very long. I figure going my way really can't be wrong. I know good from bad, I know right from wrong. So I'll stay my course and sing my happy song. Stress me out, don't even try it, 'cause I ain't going there. So you say you want to have it all. Think about it, 'cause you're gonna slip and fall. What you think you want might be the end of you. Keep on pushing and your nightmare make 'em true. Think about that, baby, you just gave life. Poor little baby, you bought the kid some strife. Poor little baby, rush to get in shape. The race will start and leave you crawling at the gate. I decide what's right for me, and I ain't going there. Chill yourself, please sit it on some ice. Take it easier, don't think about it twice. Learn to know real from fantasy. Hollywood and fairy tales ain't gonna be. I'll tell you what it is that I know. I ain't going there.
Thank you, Stephanie. Beautiful. I said Stephanie is the singer in the family. I'm the writer. Purvis was always pushing me to write, and someone said because he didn't want me to sing. But I wanted to mention my book again, Let There Be Light. Now, I'm not trying to sell Let There Be Light because it's an old book and it's not for sale anymore. But there are a couple things in this book that I wanted to mention about us bringing light into the world. There's a book called Healing Gifts of the Spirit by Agnes Sanford. And she said that we all have a pilot light inside of us. And the pilot light never goes out. Even when we think it's gone out, things can happen. We can get inspired. We can get uplifted. And we find out that we still have our light. And another woman, Susan Fine, said that all major religions believe that every human has a light inside. And that the light is beautiful when we're born, but as life goes on and we keep living, the light becomes covered by dirt, and people put our light out. But work on keeping your light. She said we can find a clean place inside our mind and a clean place inside our heart. Now, I found yoga and meditation and drinking more water and those kind of things helped me to keep my light going. But when I was teaching, I would tell my students, you all have a light. Keep your light going. And I would say, don't let anybody put your light out. And when a student would come in and they were sad, I'd say, well, who put your light out? They could always tell me, such and such put my light out, Miss Jackson. They said this to me. Or such and such put my light out, Miss Jackson. They said that to me. I tried to get them to focus on keeping their own light going and also not putting anybody else's light out. Because just like the crabs in the barrel story, you've got people who will put your light out if you let them. And talking about people putting your light out, this is one of my favorite sayings. Never argue with a fool. A passerby won't know which of you is which. Also, never wrestle with a pig. You both get all dirty, and the pig likes it. You don't have to see eye to eye to walk hand in hand. You can disagree without being disagreeable. So there are a lot of sayings. I think that's why I write. There are a lot of sayings and things that I've heard that have helped me so that I think are really important and need to be repeated. One of my favorite authors, Og Mandino, talked about how we speak to each other. He says that your words can calm the angry, uplift the despondent, goad the quitter, cheer the unhappy, praise the worthy, and say I love you. So be careful of the words that you use because words can hurt. So be careful of the words that you use. One of our proverbs says that kind words are pleasant to the soul and soothing to the spirit. And that's true. If you can use pleasant words, try to use pleasant words. That's great. I had mentioned on some of the other shows about having a 20 grand reunion. Those of us that used to, I worked at the 20 grand. The people that used to hang out at the 20 grand, I've heard from a few people that maybe they would be interested in having a 20 grand reunion. But I haven't had enough feedback to know whether to plan it or not. After the first of the year, I wanted to start planning the 20 grand reunion. Those of you who are my age, when I first mentioned having the 20 grand reunion, my daughter Stephanie, who's with me today, said, well, aren't they all dead? And I said, no, there are still some of us alive. So if you're not dead and you're interested, if you're not dead and you're interested in having a 20 grand reunion, please contact me at the station or by email Jackson Claudrine at sbcglobal.net, Post Office Box 04422, or let me know. I think that would be great because a lot of us are no longer here. And Bill K. Bush, who was the owner of the 20 grand, was from Lebanon, but he settled in Detroit and he loved Detroit. And he did a lot to help a lot of the entertainers and a lot of the people that perform there, and even us employees.
And the children. I have been passing it along that we have a reunion in the works. And I, as a child of a worker, we bowled. I mean, the 20 grand was so fantastic. We went down to the bowling alley, and every holiday, BK had the employee parties. So I won't say I was a lush, but anyway, no bad habits were started there. But every job, when it helps, it's your family.
And the 20 grand, that experience will never be repeated, just like the Motown experience will never be repeated. Some things are worthy of putting in history and remembering. Bill K. Bush, the owner of the 20 grand, Bill K. Bush and Marty Eisner were the owners. But Bill K. Bush handled the showroom where the acts appeared. And if an employee needed help, needed money, needed an advance on their pay, BK was willing to do it. So I really think that, we should give the 20 grand and BK a little recognition, and I would like to be able to do that. I say that so many people called on BK for help that we referred to him as the Great White Father. Well, I did not know that he knew we referred to him that way. So one day he comes to me, somebody needed an entertainer. He would send them money to get them back in town. An entertainer needed BK to send him some money to get back into the country. He was in England then. And BK says, well, Claudrine, he wants money. I'm going to send it to him, but he's got to appear here. He said, Claudrine, people are always asking me for help. What is the Great White Father to do? I said, oh, I had no idea that you knew that we referred to you as the Great White Father. And he was. And those days, that kind of setting will never be replaced. Those are the days when you could go out and leave your car unlocked. You're not supposed to leave your car unlocked, but you could leave your car unlocked. You didn't have to worry about things. And
But we'll make it happen.
we'll make it happen. It would be nice to have that kind of event to celebrate the good old days. Now, it's my time is almost up. It's about time for me to go. Tune in 1:30 Tuesday for a Spoonful of Comfort here at WHPR in Highland Park. I am so thankful to Henry Tyler and R.J. Watkins for giving me the opportunity to be a part of their station and giving the community a voice. Also, until I see you again, well, until you see me,
We'll be around.
we'll be around. May the power of God protect you. May the love of God enfold you. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Bye-bye.